Pretty Woman by Roy Orbison. I just feel like we need to. Main riff. I'm going down, down. And then whenever I play the 4th fret, I'm gonna start my alternate picking. I'm gonna go down, and then up on this. I'm playing the 2nd fret of the A string with my pointer finger, and then I'm gonna go down on the open D string, okay? So watch my right hand. Down, 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 up, down. All right, that happens twice, and then the main riff happens. It's exactly the same, and we're gonna add 3 notes. I'm gonna go down, down, down on the 4th fret, I'm using my ring finger, up on that 2nd fret of the B string, down on the open D, and then I'm gonna go 4, 2, open, and with my right hand, I'm gonna go up, down, up. And that resets my hand. I'm gonna come back down here and I'm gonna redo the lick. All right, that was way more than 4 times, but it happens 4 times before the verse starts. And let's look at these chords real quick. Here we go. So now let me play through that whole intro one more time, just real slow. That way you can play along with me and you can work on your right hand and whatnot. So here we go. Woo! Getting attacked over here. One more time. And then again. And then we're gonna do the riff 4 times, okay? The whole thing. Thinking about it and I messed it up that 4th time, but that's 4 times, right? You just know this is live, okay? This is one shot. We've got the verse, okay? The first chord's an A major. You can play it just like that. You can play this one. And that's open, and then 2 on the D, 2 on the G, 2 on the B, open high E, right? You can play that A major. That's totally cool. But we have this one as well, right? I'm barring the 5th fret all the way down from the low E to the high E with my pointer finger, right? Ring fingers on the 7 of the 7th fret of the A string, pinkies on the 7 of the D, middle fingers on the 6 of the G string. That's an A major chord, right? You're looking for that 5th fret of the low E, right? There's your A, and then we have a F sharp minor, okay, right? That 2nd fret of the low E string, 4th fret of the A, 4th fret of the D. I'm barring the rest all the way down, you know, 2nd fret of the G, 2nd fret of the B, 2nd fret of the high E. And you can let your middle finger help them out, right? F sharp minor. So the chords are, what does it say? Pretty woman walking down the street. And does it again. And then it goes Pretty Woman, it goes to a D major chord. And that you can do it's 2nd fret of the G, 3rd fret of the B, 2nd fret of the high E string. You play an open D string down. Or you can play this one. And that's 5th fret of the A string, 7 of the G, no, 7 of the D, 5th fret of the A, 7 of the D, 7 of the G, 7 of the B string. And I don't even play the high E string. I just lay that ring finger down across those 3. Some people play it like this. With your, you're not having a bar, but you can if you want to get that, but I'm not worried about that one. 5th fret, 7, 7, 7, 5, right? or really, I'm doing this 9 times out of the 10. This is my default D chord, right? They're both D's, right? Those are both A's. If you want another F sharp minor, there's this one, okay? And that's the second one I want you to be aware of. It's bar in the 9, A string down, right? But then I've got 11 on the D, 11 on the G, and I'm playing that 10 on the B string, and then you want to hear that 9 on the high E. It's just the octave up. Both of these are actually the same octave. And then that D and that D is also, they're also the same inversion, which is kind of nice, but what have you. And then you have an E. There's this E. And then remember how we played this D? Just scooch that up 2 frets for that. And you're looking, if you're watching, that 7th fret of that A string is our E note. That's all we got to know. That's where our root is. Just like right here, there's that D chord. We can use the same shape. There it is, 7th fret of the A string. That is an E major chord. It's an octave up from this, but also, you know, there it is. They're both wonderful and viable, right? So let me run through those verse chords real quick. I'm gonna play just whichever ones I'm gonna play. So pretty woman, it's an A major, F sharp minor, down the street, and then pretty A major chord, the kinda F sharp minor, I'd like to meet, and then it goes pretty D major, and then I don't believe E major, no one could look as good as you, E major. And then the riff happens again, so I'm gonna do it 4 times. And then a whole other verse, pretty woman, won't you pardon me? See what I did there? I'm playing like the lazy power chord, AC/DC A power chord. I'm just laying the pointer finger down across the D, G, and the B. I'm not playing the high E string. I'm just playing the middle 4, A string down, A, D, G, B. Pretty woman, walking, and then you just bring that pointer finger up and bar the other couple strings, and then add these 2 on the 4th fret of that A and the D string, F sharp minor, boom. Pretty woman, I couldn't, F sharp minor, but C, pretty woman, or this one, is a D chord, and then you look as lovely as I can be, or as can be. And then, are you lonely just like me? It's another E. Riff happens again. 4 times. Hopefully that was 4. Then the bridge. This is really what I was looking for. This is the meat of here. Pretty woman. Sick, right? We were just doing this D major chord, 5, 7, 7, 7, and then we have a D minor chord, 5, 7, 7, 6. You can play the 5th, of course. You can play the 5th on both of those. It's an A chord, right? It's a 5th of D. Doesn't matter, because the 3rd is what's changing here, right? That F sharp is moving down to an F natural, right? That's the 3rd of D. That's what makes a major and a minor chord. There's D minor. There's our G dominant 7 chord. We can play it like this, but I don't like that one. I like this one. Bar this, 3rd fret, ring fingers on the 5th of the A string, skip your D string, middle fingers on the 4th fret of that G. It's a B note. It's like a G major, right? But it's a fancy G major, so you pick the pinky up, right? It's a G dominant 7 chord. It's not major 7, it's not minor 7, it is a dominant 7 chord. Some people call these major minor 7s because it's still a major chord, but it has a flat 7 or a minor 7 on it. So anyways, G7. G7 is the short. And then you go to C major, or this one. That's 3rd fret of the A, 5 of the D, 5 of the D, 5 of the G, 5 of the B. Same inversion as we did a minute ago for the D and the E major chord, right? I'm just looking for that note. If you know your notes on the A string, you can play any major or minor chord using these 2 inversions, right? But here's a C major, and you can build that same, off of that same C note and play this one. And then we go to A minor, which you can do this one, or that's 5, 7, 7, 5, 5, 5. Sounds like a phone number. A is on the 5th fret of the low E, right? You play your minor inversion. So there's 4 chords to get you going. It's D minor, pretty woman, G7, stop a while, C major, pretty woman, and then A minor, talk a while. And then it goes D minor again, pretty woman, and then G7, give your smile to me, and then you're gonna play C major, and then here's the C7, here we go, watch out. I'm gonna keep this note, I'm keeping this note, so I'm gonna roll up on them, I'm gonna bar this, and then I'm gonna skip my G, and I'm gonna play the 5th of the B string. So the notes I have, it's a C, it's a G, it's a B flat, it's an E, it's a G, right? But really it's 3rd fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret. But I'm barring all the 3rd fret notes with my pointer. Rings on the D, pinkies on the B. There's D, there's C7. It's another one of those dominant 7 chords like we talked about. And then you go, well, sorry, that second line is D minor, G7, C major, C7, and then it starts over, pretty woman, yeah, 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 pretty woman, and then A minor again, just like the first line of the bridge, and then it goes D minor, and then G7 again, and then it goes to C major, and then you go to A major, and so you could do this. And the reason why I say that is because the next chord is F sharp minor, because I need you. All right, and then I'm gonna go back to D minor. By the way, regular old D minor looks like this, and that's fine, that's wonderful. It's open D, 2nd fret of that G string with the middle finger, rings on the 3rd fret of the B string, it's playing a D note, sorry. 1st fret of the high E string, it's an F, but it, you know, what have you. There's your D minor, but I like this one. You get an extra note at the top. It's also, I just like that shape. So the whole top section of the bridge, D minor, G7, C major, A minor, then D minor, G7, C major, C7, then D minor, then G7 again, C major, A minor. And then the 4th line, D minor, G7, C major, A major. That's kind of crazy. Or this one. I know I said that one earlier, but you gotta know them all. And then F sharp minor, I'll treat you. That's D minor, right? And then E major, and then A major, and then F sharp minor, and then D minor, and then E major again, before going into the main riff. So that little bottom section that's different from the top little, I'm kind of thinking of those as different parts. It's like the second half of the bridge. The last little 2 lines. But anyways, those last 2 lines are like, what? Because I need you, F sharp minor, and then D minor. And then I'm gonna do this, mix it up. E major, treat you right, and then A major, and then F sharp minor, and then D minor, and then I'm gonna go back to this E major just for funsies. And then you got pretty woman. There's our last verse. A major, back to F sharp minor, and then A major again, and then F sharp minor, and then a D, and then an E. I guess I'll go home, it's too late. And then you got, just like in the intro, first half happens twice. And then the main riff happens like 9 times, and I'm not gonna play it 9 times. Is she walking back to me? Yeah, she's walking back to me. Oh, pretty woman. And at the very end, they smack this A twice. Or it's an A major chord. Whichever one, but I want you to be aware of all of them. If you want, I'm just being cheeky, right? But 12th fret, right? Anyways, all right, I hope this helps. I hope this really, really helps. This is a really cool song. It's got a lot packed into it, and the main thing I want you to be looking at, and if you take anything from this song, is these chord inversions, because you're going to see these over and over and over and over again. And they're super, super handy. And yeah, good luck.